Frieren Beyond Journey's End just dropped 4 episodes back to back, and it was pure perfection. It's number 6 on my anime list right now, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So we just got the 4 episodes of Frieren, and I gotta tell you, right, to some extent, I definitely do agree with the rating that's in my anime list. Like, of course, it doesn't mean that Frieren is the best, 6th best anime in the world, right? I don't take the Mount anime list ratings seriously, but I do think it is a solid 9. I would personally rate it somewhere between like 9 to 9.5. Heck, I could even see how the argument for a solid 10 can be made, right? Because these 4 episodes were absolutely amazing. I mean, this video originally was going to be me comparing like the anime versus the manga, like the differences between the two, but the differences are so minor that it's really not even worth making the video, right? But yes, the adaptation of the manga is absolutely phenomenal, absolutely top tier. So we can't really talk too much about that, right? But that's obviously a good thing because the manga is absolutely great. And I feel like the anime is definitely elevating the manga in a way, right? Because for example, when we see the montages of, the passage of time, it's great because the music just elevates that scene, right? Like when you read the manga, you just see the panels and you're like, okay, time is passing by. But here, you kind of see, the anime kind of doing a little bit of world building, right? Showing different scenes, different stuff. So, yes, I absolutely love that aspect. But also, I mean, this anime, I love the way they're telling the story, right? I love the fact that we're getting the story in like 2 or 3 different layers, right? We're kind of experiencing the story through Frieren's POV and how she's evolving as a character with her emotions. And also we're going to see the past, right? Of all these different heroes like Haimo, everybody, the corrupt priest, right? We're seeing all these characters and how they interacted with the world, how they interacted with Frieren. And we kind of see how Frieren, using her past, is trying to do better in the present, right? So I absolutely love the way they're telling the story. And in a way, it's kind of like a unique way of how they're doing it, right? We don't get this type of storytelling in anime that often. So that by itself is absolutely great. And they're doing a phenomenal job at it. Then, of course, we add the other layer that visually Frieren looks absolutely stunning. I mean, everything, even the little minor details between interaction between 2 characters, we still see the movements, we still see the love, the color, everything in here just looks absolutely phenomenal. And while Frieren is not like an action anime, right? Like, yes, there is fights in here. I mean, we got to see one pretty good one in the first 4 episodes. It's not really dedicated to be action-packed, right? So the fact that the action scenes were done very well, they look phenomenal, and the fights are very quick, it just looks really, really, really good. So that's also amazing. In fact, the only worry that I have with Frieren when it comes to, getting the recognition that it deserves is the fact that it's not action heavy, right? Like, of course, there's a big audience for anime like this where it's more about the character developments, about seeing all these characters evolve and, learning more about the world and, the world of Frieren. I do think that not being like a battle shonen genre, it definitely does kind of have a potential to not be as popular as it could be, right? But of course, every now and then we do see anime, for example, like Oshinoko, Boshi the Rock. These are anime that are not action oriented, but they were some of the most popular anime that we got this year. And you cannot argue that, right? They were definitely some of the most popular that we got this year. So I always kind of hang to that hope, right? That even though this is not action heavy, it is going to get a lot of that audience because Frieren definitely deserves the recognition, right? I mean, the fact that this adaptation is done very well, very, very well. Yeah, it's only a good thing, right? Now, does it deserve the number 6 spot on my anime list? I mean, that's probably going to change. I mean, you already know some of the haters on my anime list. Whenever they see an anime kind of like break through, they start downvoting it. It still doesn't have a lot of votes to make it even go higher or lower, but that could change at any moment, right? I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on it because I definitely hate when people just create accounts just to downvote an anime. It doesn't even really make any sense, right? Now, the only saving grace I could see here is the fact that Frieren did not get the number 1 spot, right? Because if it gets the number 1 spot, it just automatically gets shut down real quick. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I honestly have a theory about that. I think it's definitely more the fact that the anime community as a whole kind of accepts that the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the number one on Mao, right? And I feel like it's a collective thing that once any anime breaks the number one spot and takes it away, like every fandom just kind of comes together to downvote whatever anime did it. I mean, we saw it with Bleach, we saw it with Attack on Titan, and there's other ones like Gintama, for example, as well. Love is War, Oshinoko as well took the number one spot, but it was immediately downvoted, right? I don't think it's the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood alone, right? I definitely do think it's a collection of anime fandoms that are just doing it because they rather see Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood as the number one than any other random anime because, they get salty for some reason. Anyways, let me know what you think. Are you enjoying Frieren? Is this your type of anime? Because, you never know, right? Some people might actually like to see more action in here, right? Let me know in the comments. And like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out. Whoa.